Namo Vidragay.
Namo Vidragay.
Namo Arihantanam. Namo Siddhanam. Namo Ayariyanam. Namo Vajjayanam. Namo Loe Sauva Sahunam. Eso Panchana Mukkaro. Sauva Pranasano. Mangalanam cha Sauvesim. Padamam Havai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Or to evening or afternoon, whatever.
Good evening.
Thank you. And good afternoon to Hitasvi and Hatsi.
Good afternoon. Good
Yeah.
afternoon.
Thank you, Hatsi. Okay. How's everybody today?
Good.
Who are the bad children today?
How do you define them?
No, they know. Raise your hands who are bad today. Come on, come on. Jai Satchidanand. Who did not do the homework? Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
I didn't have any homework.
Tina, Nidhi, raise your hands. Sia, come on. Harshal, raise your hand who did not do the homework. Deepakanandji? Yashvi? I don't see you raising your hand. You did not do the homework? Okay, Tina, I see. She was sketching her. Nidhi, did you do your homework?
No.
I don't see your hand be raised. Like you. When you are caught, you have to say, I'm like this. Okay. It says we don't need to raise our hand. Did anybody see her homework? Did you read her homework? Etsy did. Who else did not? Herschel did. Yashu, you looked at it?
Yeah.
Who did not? Come on, come on. Confess. Shia, did you? Okay, you did. Niditina, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, then the quiz is, what's the first sentence she has written?
I'm facing network issue, so I cannot on my camera.
Huh? Who has the answer? What's the first sentence she wrote? About what topic?
The powerful telescope. The most
Okay,
powerful telescope.
Hetzi.
What the
Okay.
most powerful? She wrote what the most powerful telescope was. It began with an N, I think.
Okay, thank you. So, Hetzi, what is the telescope used for?
It is used to study the formation of stars and planets.
Very good. And why do we need telescope?
So that we know if there's any other life in any other universes.
I know, but why you need telescope? What's the fundamental reason they developed a telescope?
To see deep into the space.
I'm sorry?
To see deep into the space, like long distance.
True. But why? Because we cannot see, right? We cannot see far distance, so our human nature is to find stuff. So that's, we cannot see sky, star. So somebody has a brilliant idea to develop a telescope, right? And then we started seeing stars. And that's, no, we want to go beyond stars. So they started adding powerful. And yeah, so last time I said it started with the H, okay? And my information was a little bit old because originally Hubble.
You were talking about the Hubble
Yeah,
space.
thank you. Because Hubble was the one, and then recently they have the James Webb now, okay? But Hubble is which is out in the orbit, which helps the astronauts who are going up to. Okay, so now, Deepakanandji question was, do we have a telescope with us, or are we telescopic?
Very true. The inner telescope is ultimate. It can see everything to the smallest particle.
Everybody agree with that? Because you need some instrument there, microscope, telescope, super telescope, all that stuff. Then how can that statement doesn't make sense? What you're saying?
You'd need telescope or of a Gnani Purush like Dada Bhagwan, who can open that our inner telescope. And once that opens, then our telescope also starts, functioning. And we also start seeing.
But what would you see? Like, what am I not seeing?
Okay, see, most prominently, we tend to see the mistakes of the world. We see all other people at fault. We never see ourselves at fault.
No, Tina is never at fault. Tina is never at fault. Only Nidhi is at fault. She agrees.
So that's what Dada have revealed that science, and with that revelation, we are able to see that seeing is not through the five senses, but seeing is we are able to understand. That understanding is very important aspect of knowledge. The most primary aspect of knowledge is understanding. And when that understanding becomes 100%, it becomes knowledge. And that knowledge is experience. So that is the ultimate telescope we want to open, which is there within us, but we are not aware of that. We are using only a part of it that works through the five senses, and that has a lot of limitations. Okay?
Okay, now that means, Deepakanji, when there was satsang going on in Tesvi's or Hetz's home, I could see the picture at that time. But so now I can always close my eyes and go in their living room. Or I've been to most of the parts of the world, I can always close my eyes and open my telescope and I can see where I was in Japan or Korea or India or whatever.
Right.
Like, everybody sees that, right? So what kind of telescope is that?
That is the best part of our inner telescope. You focus on anything and it becomes visible.
Yeah, but that's visible what I've seen, where I've been there.
Yes, but that is relative aspect. Relative aspect in the sense wherever your connectivity is there, that you can see. That you can see. But when that ultimate power opens, then you can see everything. That's why Dada had said that he has revealed several things like about Simanda Swami Bhagwan, where he is and all that stuff.
Okay,
And
whose
because of his connection,
whose question was that last time? Aryan, your question? Huh? Whose question was that about? How do we know there is Aryan Bhagwan Simanda Swami? Whose was it? Moksh or Aryan? Whose question was that?
It was Arihant.
Okay, so now, how do we know about that we know there is something like Simanda Swami and in the outer world?
are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering that if something has come in Google, like what Hitasvi went through the Google search and she found out the biggest telescope, James Webb and all. So they trust that, they believe that. But that which Dada Bhagwan has said, we question at times, right? Because they want kind of documentary evidence. You understand?
Hey, Harshal,
Yes.
somebody talk with Deepakanandji. I'm
Yes,
tired
yes.
talking with him.
Yeah. So, person, it is like that. So, what Google says, we consider that as ultimate. And you know, in all this information, this information is put by people only. There is always an entry over there. You can further edit it. Have you seen that in all this Wikipedia and all that
Yes,
stuff?
yes.
You can further edit it.
Yeah.
So that is how we have to understand. What the worldly people know and understand is the worldly thing. This is something beyond the world, beyond the physical world. And that's how we came to know from Dada Bhagwan. And like several things we are told that, and we learn from our parents or our teachers. But many things we have not seen it also, but we accept them. And as we grow older, that experience opens within us, and that's how we understand things. Okay, so to begin with, you believe, you accept, and then finally it's going to open your own experience. You will be able to understand that and experience that. Okay, but our friend Aryan is not there today.
Oh, he's not there? I thought he was there.
I don't see him.
Shia? Shia, is he there?
No, he's coming. He was here, but he went to the bathroom.
Okay, no problem. No, never mind. Because
Okay, so
then,
now my question to Nidhi. Do you think you believe that there is Simanda Swami? And he is in the another world?
Yeah.
How about Yashvi and Mox? And
oh,
Aryan?
Reenam has something to ask. I want something to say. Then you have to unmute, Reenam. Okay, now.
I'm saying yes, Simanta Swami was in
Not was, is.
yes, is.
How do you know, Rina, the Simanda Swami is there?
My grandfather has told me.
Okay. Harshal, how do you know Simanda Swami is there?
parents told me, and while listening satsangs like question answers, Aptaputras, and in fact Dada Bhagwan has also told that similar Swami do exist, and I agreed that it does exist actually.
Hey, it tells me you wrote down Simanda Swami. How do you know he's there?
Because so many Aptaputras have talked about him, and my parents also talked about him, so I agree naturally.
They also, Deepakanji said that that Dada Bhagwan was able to communicate with Simanda Swami. Can you?
That's true. It's like Simandar Swami.
Can I explain?
Arav. Hey, you guys cannot be
Yes.
going in and out, okay? You have to be permanently there, and everybody should unmute unless there's some noise in the house. Okay? Don't unmute and mute.
Okay.
This is a class online forum, so okay? You have to find a place that nobody disturbs you and be on all the time. Okay, Deepakanji.
Okay.
No, I was saying that can I answer?
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
let him.
Go ahead, don't unmute. Don't mute.
The other one at his shoulder a race become and a race came and he asked question to Simandar Swami Bhagwan and came back again. This is how he can communicate with Simandar Swami Bhagwan.
Thank you. Good, good. Deepakanji, is he right?
Okay, yeah, I will just substantiate. I will just further pass on the information. The reason is Simandar Swami Bhagwan has attained his absolute state, so he knows everything. But certain tricky questions at times, if they come, then Dada Bhagwan has said that from his left shoulder, the subtle body, everyone has physical body, electrical body, and causal body. So his subtle body, it is called, the electrical body goes to Simandar Swami Bhagwan, that is Mahavidya Kshetra, asks the question and comes back with the answer. And that's how we get clarification from Dada Bhagwan. We got all those clarifications. And until now, that is after Mahavir Bhagwan, Kunkundacharya, Anandanji Maharaj, Srimad Rajchandraji, and Dada Bhagwan revealed this information and promoted our connectivity with Simandar Swami Bhagwan and worship of Simandar Swami Bhagwan.
Okay. Now, let me ask a question. What is the science that helps Dada Bhagwan communicate to Simandar Swami far, far from in other country?
Okay.
Can I answer,
I know.
Arav?
Deepakanji, they should know the answer because we
Ah,
studied,
right.
we
Better.
talked about it in first or second forum. Wait, Arav, hold on. Hetzi, you seem to know that? Go ahead.
As you mentioned in the first or second forum, that we send it's like radio, we send like waves through our minds like radio. Same way the others are also doing that.
Good, very good. That's you missed the word vibrations.
That.
Okay, vibrations. And so imagine, okay, we get TV and radio and all that with certain frequency and certain power vibrations. Okay, now imagine Dadaji's power or vibration power that he could send all the way thousands and thousands miles away and in return get it. So his transmitter, you know, in the old days we used to have transmitter receivers on our TV. Ask your parents. So you know how powerful that would be. So Deepakanandji, we also have this kind of was power antenna, but Dadaji's was super powerful. How powerful are our antennas?
You know, during our forum last few weeks, we did one experiment uh, that we just sent positive vibrations that my mom should prepare this food or that food, and how even without telling her, she made it. So this is our experience at our level, at a very gross level, at a very physical level. And Dada Bhagwan has reached that almost subtlest level, minutest level. And that's how he could communicate with Srimad Swami Bhagwan. And in fact, he can communicate with everyone. Just imagine people have experienced that they think of him, and Dada knows that you were thinking about him. Not only that, if we are having any thought, we want something, or we are looking for some answer, we are having question, then Dada would say, do you have anything to ask? See that. So it is like when our inner state become transparent, that is how everything becomes open. It opens. That is our capacity. That is our ultimate power. And we want to open that. And for that, our purity of our mind, speech, body through 9 dimensions is very important. Not to hurt anyone through our thought, speech, and action.
Okay. So there are 2 questions. So you answer my first question. How do we become that powerful like Dada Bhagwan? So what was the answer? Kush, what was the answer?
What?
Okay, you're not paying attention. Charvi, what is the answer? Huh? Is what?
We should say the 3 mantra for it. We should say the first code of conduct. And
No.
the 9 code of...
Deepakanji gave the answers, 9 code of conduct and 3 mantra. Okay? Didi, you got that? How to become powerful, Dada? What's the answer? Didi?
We say the 3 mantra.
You guys are not paying, you're not paying
Just
attention.
a minute. Who is this Tirth? Please don't unmute. Keep it muted.
Okay, Hidaswi. What do we need to be practicing?
We say the 9 code of conduct.
Deepakanji said 9 code of conduct. That's 3 months is there. Okay? So
We should follow.
we want to be like that. You have to be, how many times do you recite the 9 of conduct?
Can I?
Just give me 0, 1, 2, 3. Just give me 3, 5, 3, 3, 1, 0, 0, 0. See? Then how can you become par excellence? See? This is, thank you. This is the time for you people to really get into the gear so your sports car will go zoom. Who wants to drive their sports car zoom? There you go. So, you know, that is why very important that you do that. Okay. So Deepakanandji, you answer my question, how to become like that. But now, another question I have for everybody. Is that
Radhi uncle, just a minute. Don't allow that Tit Naik. He's noisy and keep unmuting, disturbing. Don't allow him, please.
I'm removing him, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay. How many times you thought about a friend or a relative, who's far away, and then within a minute or two, they call? Has it happened to you?
Yes.
No, yes, yes,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah. Okay. I'd say you're not experienced that?
Question, can you please?
Well, they have
Oh, wait,
texted me,
I
but
don't
they
know.
never.
I told Hetzi, I asked Hetzi. Hetzi, you've not experienced
They
that?
haven't necessarily called, but they have texted me once or twice.
No, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so see, what does that show?
The vibrations.
Yeah, that was your send a vibration to your friends that, hey, I haven't talked to him or her for a long time, or your cousin. Like, what's your cousin's name here in the States?
Meda.
Meda, right? And then that's communication. So what does it prove? What does it show? Nidhi, what does it show?
What was the question? What does it show?
Is what?
When they call it, like, it shows like the vibrations going back and forth.
Yeah, see? That our receiver is always working. So, okay, very important to understand 9 diamonds and 9 code of conduct, of course, and why people say always be positive and send positive vibrations. Kush, you understand what are you awake? Why they say we have to be always thinking positive?
Because if you think positive, then like
Okay,
you won't hurt
don't
other
know.
people, and then you won't have karma.
Charvi? You heard the question?
Voice is coming a little bit slow.
Hey, you guys are not paying attention. How about Yashvi?
Can you repeat the question?
See, you're not paying attention. Good. The question? Yeah. Your brother knows. What was the question?
It was why do we always can I answer it?
Why you always, people say, everybody says, Aptaputra says, Dadaji says, always have to have a positive mind. Why is that?
Please tell, because I am leaving and joining again and again. There is written, please wait, connected.
I know, if you want to answer, please raise your hand, okay? Because we need to go, and I didn't hear. Did you hear that?
No.
Very slowly, please.
I want to.
You are not audible. And why do you turn your light off? We cannot hear you. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. We'll move on. We don't have Arav. Deepakanandji, so why, you people always say, everybody says, we have to fill our mind with positivity all the time.
Right. The way we had said that previously, our mind is transmitter and receiver both. And we must pay attention and be careful what all we think, because whoever we think about, those vibrations reaches that person. Even that person is thousands of miles away. And every time you get any negative thoughts, that's why we recall that and feel sorry for that. and we decide, I will never think negative about that person. Okay?
Okay, so what are we going to resolve today? Herschel, what we have talked about, what are you going to resolve now? What are you going to resolve?
To be par excellent person, we need to recite 9 code of conducts.
No,
We have to always say positive.
We talked about telescope, so you have to resolve something about your telescope. What do you resolve? What do you think you want to resolve about your telescope?
I want to see my inner telescope, and by inner telescope, how do I hurt people and how do I resolve these issues by way of 9 code of conducts.
Okay. Nidhi?
You, Antina, or just Nidhi?
What happened?
Both of us are her. Just me.
What happened?
Both of us, or just me?
Yeah, just you. That's okay. I make a mix of who's Tina and who's Nidhi. Who's Nidhi?
Me.
I said Nidhi.
I was a positive mindset. What? I was a positive mindset. So just say positive.
Okay, you guys are not paying attention. Hitachi, what you resolve about your telescope?
We should always think positive about anything and everything, because if the moment we think about something negative, it goes right directly to them.
Okay. Hatsi?
I want to have a through my telescope. I want to have a positive mindset to others, because I know the instant I think something negative, a vibration will be sent to the person, and that won't be good.
Okay. See, my resolve today is this. Hey Dada Bhagwan, I want my telescope to be like yours. So please give me all the energy and strength to do it. I would always talk and try to get that. Okay? Everybody got that?
Yes.
Yeah. And then there are tools how you do it. Tools are 9 diamond, 3 mantra, paying attention. Okay? Now, okay, I think telescope we have done enough. Now, who had the question on Punya?
Me.
I was already on.
Okay. So, what is Punya? Did you guys ask your mother? Did you ask your mother?
Yes.
Aryan?
Yes.
No.
How come? Or Moksh? Whose question was it? Moksh or Aryan?
Mine.
Why didn't you ask your mother? What did it mean?
Because she told me to ask y'all.
Okay. Deepakanandji, then you answer. His mom wants you to answer.
Okay, two things. If I do anything good today, doing is through speech and through actions. We have three basic instruments with which we deal with the world. One is our mind, the other is speech, we talk, and third, we do, we behave. So whatever we do and whatever we speak, and if that is good, then it comes as positivity in the same life. Matter, is that clear? And it is also one kind of punya. It is like outcome of our positive deeds. Now, these deeds could be at the level of behavior. I deal nicely, I talk nicely, then I get the benefit of that good deeds in the same life. But whatever I think, although I could not perform at the speech level or at the action level, that is behavior level, and I correct myself inside that, oh, I don't want to, I'm sorry for all these mishappenings, what I spoke negatively or I hurt someone, but I don't want to hurt. That what we are doing, that positivity at the mind level and our resolve not to hurt anyone, through our thoughts. What is that going to give us in future? And that is also punya, but that punya, that is the positivity at the level of mind, gets resulted or affected out in the coming lives. Is that clear? Two aspects, the mind, speech and body. The speech and body level, whatever good is done or bad is done, you get in the same life as good or bad. Whatever is good is called punya, whatever bad is there is called pap. I decide I'm going to teach someone lesson, I'm going to hurt that person, then that causes pap karma. If I decide to hurt someone, then that generates pap karma. If I decide to help someone, then it generates punya karma. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why our life, we are responsible, no one else, because whatever I do, I get pap or punya. And whatever others do, they get pap or punya. That's why Dada had said, you are wholly and solely responsible for yourself. So whatever your parents do, they will get the result of their doing. Whatever you do, you will get the benefit of that, whatever you do. Okay? Yes,
So
Harshal?
let me ask, okay, Harshal, go ahead.
So I had a question that does punya or pap also arise out of past births or deeds we did in last life?
Correct, correct. Whatever we are doing today, like whatever good I am doing today is result of the past earned punya. In the past, whatever credit I have earned, it results out as punya, as credit, and I do good things. But whatever bad I had accumulated from the past, I do wrong things. So I get that, like we gave the example that I did something that hurt others by doing or by saying something. But I remain alert and I correct myself and I decide not to hurt now. Then although the pap, the debit of the past made me hurt others, but today I earned punya. The effect of the last pap will give me the result. But then when I become aware and I correct myself, I convert that pap into punya.
So how to resolve previous births pap? Because these events are going to be occurring.
Whatever we are doing, we have to be watchful. What
Okay.
you are saying, what you are doing, and if that hurt others, then that is pap. Because whatever I do and that hurt others is going to come back in the same life. But by correcting at the mind level and deciding at the mind level not to hurt anyone anytime again, you have earned credit for your future.
So doing pratikraman helps to resolve these issues?
Yes, that's what Pratikraman corrects and resolve or make you earn credit. Whatever I decide to do makes me earn credit, and whatever debit I have earned, I mean whatever it comes as a debit means as effect today, I feel sorry for that I correct myself. So Pratikraman, forgivingness, will correct your past mistakes, and you resolve today, you earn credit for your future.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, now question is, Deepakanandji,
Yeah.
Charvi's Punya, she can drive an Activa. Did this Punya, she can drive a car. And then everybody's enjoying nice life, all that stuff. That's one part. And then other part, they get hurt and then there's a pain. So how do you, this is Punya and Pap, how do you use all this Punya?
Correct. Now, it is like punya or pap. Let us talk about punya. Because pap is going to make you hurt one way or the other. Now, punya is like credit, what you have earned from the past. So I'll just try to quantify it so that we can understand something. Imagine you have earned $10 million or rupees, just 10 million from the past as your punya, your credit. Now that 10 million you have at your disposal to use it whatever the way you want. So someone says, oh, I will travel all around in the world, I will blow that money, use that money to enjoy. What do you get in return? Practically nothing. Because you are spent in such a way where there is no return. That doesn't mean you don't have to spend in your happiness. You have to be judicious and thoughtful to divide that 10 million and use it for your enjoyment, also entertainment also, but do something which will give you back again. So whatever this forum, these things we are doing, satsang and all that, you are spending those resources, your punya, your time, for doing something good, which is going to pay you much more in the future. Do you understand? That's how Dada has said, have a balance. If you just enjoy your life and don't do satsang, then whatever punya you have got, you have spent in enjoyment. So Dada says, you don't have to just use it for satsang. You can have enjoyment also, but decide that, okay, this much for it. But have some substantial amount for satsang, because that is how it is going to give you credit in future. You understand?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
now
how it
question,
is very important.
question for Aryan. Aryan. Unmute karo.
Yeah.
Aryan, why did your mom wanted you to know how to use punya? Why was she mad at you?
She wasn't mad at me. I was asking a question and then she started explaining like, oh, you can't do all of that right now because of your punya and stuff.
What did you ask her to? Do you want her to go and buy a helicopter?
No.
Then you must have asked her to. You must have asked her to do something or get something. Huh? Come on, come on.
I did.
Otherwise, parents don't get upset like that. That have gone and learned punya, because this is all the punya. I know, I can see you have a big sofa, you have a big house, so you're great punya, so you must be trying to use your punyas your mom didn't like. What was that? Come on, tell us.
It was a game.
It was a game.
Ah.
Some guy. So never mind. See, one thing we have to understand. Our parents, they are our best punya. They are helping us study, go to school, college. You are having a wonderful life. It is because of our parents. But our parents are also part of our punya only. So they help us enjoy, that is part of our punya. And it is like, understand, whatever you ask, whatever you demand, and if no comes, whether from parents or anyone else, let us talk that your parents say no, then you understand the time has not come. But when the time comes, you ask for little, they will give you much more. You say, I don't want, but they would say, no, you deserve this. Please take this. Do you understand that? So understand, I mean, that if you are asking for something, I'll just say,
Yeah, unmute. Yeah. Talk to, come on, Aryan, talk to Deepakanandji.
If you are asking for, I'm just giving an example, you are asking for $1,000 and they say no. So understand, the time has not come. When the time will come, you ask for 1,000, they will give you 10,000. You understand? But today you asking for 1,000 and they are asking 1,000 questions, why you want this, that and all that stuff. So you understand the time has not come. Otherwise, the natural state is such, you demand and the nature has to give you. And if the nature doesn't give you, and the nature gives us through our parents, through our other resources. So don't feel bad. Don't fight with your parents. Understand, your timing has not come. When the timing comes, you ask for less and you will get in abundance. You understand? This is the greatest positivity you will earn.
You understand?
Nine times.
It is, you know, it will help you a lot to grow up also. If you don't insist and be adamant with your parents, you will, believe me, you'll become a far excellent person soon. So, you know, okay, our time is up, Deepakanandji. Homework, which was third homework, please write down or look or the words you use like hate, disagreement, and happy, where you use it. Like, what words did you use?
I used hate. Yesterday was very cold over here, and we had to go to school. And the teacher said that we have a fire drill. So I was like, no, it's very cold outside. I do not want a fire drill.
Yeah. So after that hate, you have to immediately change. Hey, this is not, it's Mother Nature. I am not going to incur pop by cursing Mother Nature. So I'm sorry, Mother Nature. Okay? That way you nullify your pop and enjoy the cold, because there's nothing you can do about the cold. Can you do something? Even
No.
put 10 coats, still you'll be cold. So there's nothing you can do. Oh, you can come and stay in Tampa, Florida. It's very warm here, but that's not a choice. Anyway, okay. So what's the homework? Kush, what's the homework? You guys are not paying.
Homework
Okay.
is to like write.
Nidhi,
The homework
Nidhi,
is
what's
write
the
those
homework?
positive words and then say use them.
Nidhi, what's the homework?
Yeah.
Saying like positive, is it the positive things or punya, whatever, that you say every day,
Okay.
and why?
So everybody promised they'll write in the SOS book the words, what they're using and why. Okay. Deepakanji, let's do 3 mantra.
Yeah. Namo Vitragai.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo Aritanam.
Namo Varivantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo
Vajjayanam.
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam.
Namo Loe Sahunam.
Eso Panchan Mukkaro.
Eso Panchanukaro.
Sauva Pavapanasano.
Savapavapanaso.
Mangalanam cha Sauvesim.
Mangalanam cha Savesim.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.